Welcome, stars. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'll do a quick reading for my loved ones. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm not going to pay attention to the chat right now. If anybody jumps in, I'm going to just get right into the cards. I'm going to start with the Daily Stoic as usual. Or that's what I've been doing lately. But welcome in, everybody. My name is Shaakira Najam, and you have entered into my star space. Okay, so this platform is to give you us direct messages from the Most High Spirit, our ancestors, angels, and just meant to enlighten us, lead us on the right path, and give some encouragement. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on these days. So I'm doing this because I'm passionate about it, and I could be more consistent. So if you have been, looking for me and wondering where I've been at, I really apologize. I'm really working on being more consistent and more disciplined in every area of my life, especially things that I'm passionate about. But let me go ahead and get into it. So tell me what you need popped up when I went to music on YouTube, and I'm just gonna let the songs play, and whatever spirit wants to guide me to share with you, I will, because music is very vital in my life. If you're another star, it's probably the same for you. We know music is a universal language, and I'm really proud of us because although we love to have fun and embrace being honest and telling our stories, a lot of us are just sick of the bullshit as far as music and how it's being utilized to give us the wrong messages. So I love how I'll go and listen to some readers and they'll use music and incorporate the songs that play in the background, and that's very key for me. So I'm going to do that here too. So I'm starting with the Daily Stoic. It's worn. I've had this book for a few years. July 12th. It goes by the date. So July 12th. Some simple rules. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wonder. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. Simple is rarely easy, but now that you have these rules, make it your duty to put them into practice. With the first item on your to-do list, with the first conversation you have, with your soul, and of course with the life you make for yourself. Not just today, but every day. Write that on the blackboard and don't forget it. So that kind of went over my head. I was just kind of reading and not retaining. I'm going to read this again. Simple is rarely easy. But now that you have these rules, make it your duty to put them into practice. Nana, go out of here. Nana, what are you doing?
I'm turning it.
Okay, go. I'm live.
Okay.
Sorry. Told her don't come in here. She just want to be on camera so bad. But don't ever want to have nothing appropriate on where she could be on camera. Kind of like her mama, but kind of not. Simple is rarely easy. But now that you have these rules, make it your duty to put them into practice. With the first item on your to-do list, with the first conversation you have with your soul, and of course with the life you make for yourself. Not just today, but every day. Write that on the blackboard and don't forget it. Simple is rarely easy. Simple is rarely easy. This message is very straight to the point, but I'm actually having trouble right now really understanding what it means. Simple is rarely easy. So, an example. It should be simple for us to eat healthy, right? It should be simple for us to nourish our bodies with things that we know are good for us and avoid things that are not good for us. But as simple as it is, it's not very easy. So that's like an example that I could think of that relates to me right now, because as y'all can see, I'm thick as hell, shawty thick as hell. But yeah, like, you know, people underestimate how tough it is to be simple. Like, if you're somebody who don't go out, you feel me? Like, if you're somebody who don't really socialize and you just like to be in the house, you just like to, you know, stay clear of any like social interactions right now. You just like to keep it simple. You just like to be at home chilling in your own environment where it's a controlled space. Some might call you simple-minded because you not overlook, but you pick your battles wisely. Like, certain shit that rile people up, you don't let that shit get to you, because you like, I already know what this is. It's simple. Like, your intuition, you're an empath. You already be knowing what people be up to before they even come towards you with the bullshit. You can sense it. You already know it's simple. But it's not always that simple to everybody else. So while things are so easy for you, simple is rarely easy for everybody. Like, it should be simple for us to say, fuck this shit, whatever it is, whatever system, whatever organization, whatever that is not suiting us as a human race. Like, it should be simple to be like, no, fuck you, I'm not putting up with that. We're not going for that shit, right? It should be simple. It should be simple knowing that music is one of God's greatest gifts and connects us all on this earth. It should be simple to understand that you're not supposed to misuse that shit and abuse it. Just because you're able to create whatever you want to fucking create don't mean that you need to release it to the whole world. You feel me? Like, it's simple, but simple ain't always easy, because we make things that are simple more complicated than they have to be. It's just human nature. So I guess we wrote that down. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my oracle. What my oracle? June-Tober conversation. It is on. So somebody is probably wanting to communicate with you. It's very well possible. Or maybe you have somebody you want to communicate and they're not like, because this song is like really just about telling somebody that you love, like, lay all your cares down, communicate with me, like, I'll be here for you, let's just relax, chill, and just catch up, like, let's just communicate, let's have a conversation period. So maybe you're wanting to have a conversation with somebody, but the opportunity hasn't presented itself. You like, I need the perfect spot, like a little pit, you feel me, where I could just really like look in this person's eyes, speak to their soul, and just really touch their heart and get across what I have to say. So either you're feeling that way about somebody or somebody's feeling that way about you. And keep in mind, you know, these messages are general. If it don't apply to you, maybe you like, fuck that. Maybe you're thinking about it, but you like, I will never do that shit. Like, fuck them. I'm not having a conversation. You had your time. You had your time to have all the conversations you wanted with me. I had this conversation with you already, and it didn't get so fuck it. Confirmation. I don't know what that was on my phone, but I'm gonna keep going. Oh, this is too much, Spirit. But make arrangements popped out. So yeah, maybe a conversation is coming up. A conversation that needs to be had. Just prepare yourself like you do with anything else. Write your questions down. Write out the statements that you want to say. Memorize that shit, you know. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much for letting me speak to the collective. Please give us some messages out of all of these decks that can truly inform, ignite passion and inspiration and courage and protection all around me and the collective. Give us some messages to really help us on today, whatever we're going through, isolated to each and every one of the people that come into this platform. Thank you so much. I acknowledge you all, the Most High, the angels, ancestors, spirit guides. You are amazing and I love you. We love you. Amen. All right. So let's see what messages we get. And 25 reasons just came on. Maybe magnify your voice. 11:01 on a timer. She want me to pat her back. I'll come in there soon. I'm almost done. Magnify your voice. That's top priority right now. So if you're somebody that's like me, like you have such a big voice that you realize and learned at a very young age that it could be used as a weapon even against you. Like you learn that speaking up wasn't always best. Like it's one thing to have passion about something that you want to, so much so that you want to like speak up on it and give your insight, but if your insight isn't welcomed, then you know that could be detrimental to you. So just be careful. Give it up. I'm feeling give up your fear of magnifying your voice. Give all that shit up. Anybody ever made you feel like you didn't have a right to speak your truth? And yes, a child has their place, just like adults have their place. So no matter what age you experience this, just remember that God gave you a mouth to speak, and we all have the right to speak. Period. But it's up to you to have discernment and know when the time is right for certain things to be said. Thank you, Spirit. Can I get one to clarify to give it up, please? Can you clarify, give it up? Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have they not ready. So somebody's messing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or that could be you, and Spirit is saying they not ready. They just not ready for that conversation. It's not ready for you. They're not ready for you to use your voice. But that don't mean you can't speak that shit into the universe and they motherfucking ass don't still feel that shit. You feel me? Get prepared. Countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay? Countdown. Something is going on. I want you to know. Something is going on. Spirit, can we get a clarification on that countdown, please? The last one off this spread. Water sign popped out. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Get prepared. Declare and decree. Declare and decree. So Spirit is telling you to start using your voice more. Declare what it is that you want. Declare your justice. It is time. I understand having discernment. I truly do. Like and being careful with what you say, how you say it, when you say it, who you say it to. Like I've always been kind of like an open book. Like I always use my mouth, and I didn't realize like you have to have some tact. You know, I'm a Sagittarius. We tell the truth and think about your fucking feelings later, baby. You feel me? Because that's how everybody do us. Y'all think about us and y'all say how y'all want to feel, or y'all say how y'all feel and think about my feelings later. So it is what it is. You feel me? Like it is what it is. It's the spice of life. Spice the motherfucking life. You feel me? Use your voice. It's time, collective, and we have been using our voices. Like, let me just clap it up for us because it's so easy to be dreadful in these day and ages and be looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. But I look at that shit like, you know what? We some motherfuckers. Like, we was really stepping up to the plate. We really stepping up to the plate for real. And it's not easy. Simple is never easy. You feel me? Lauren Hill, nothing ever even matters. Very small, nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Hey, I was such a huge Lauren Hill fan, y'all. Like, fourth grade. Let me tell y'all a little something about me. Fourth grade, I was this little girl living in Phoenix, Arizona. Moved here from Chicago, from the Midwest. I was going to a performing arts school, all black. I didn't realize that there wasn't a lot of black people in Phoenix when I was a kid because I went to a school where my mom worked there and the community was gathered around us, and it was a predominantly black school. So this is when we was first learning how to print things out in the computer lab. They let us print whatever we wanted. And I printed probably like 20, I kid you not, 20 to 30 pictures of Lauren Hill, Miss Lauren Hill. That was like after the Sister Act movie. When I was going to that school, we actually acted that movie out and performed and learned the choreography, or learned choreography, and the songs in that movie, and it just touched my heart as a little girl. Like, I knew that I wanted to use my voice, but the way that I wanted to do it, it was kind of like still looked down on, which was through music. And that's the reason why I'm so passionate about music. And a lot of us, like, honestly, like, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, like the song from Carisha is fun. Like, songs like that is fun, okay? We having a good time. You feel me? Like, honestly, a lot of us have been around or been privy to scammers and having to make a way for your family the best way that you know how. And so a lot of people still living their life like that. So from that perspective, and as an artist, I can understand why that song is so popular, because we are not still at the place in society to where people are not having to scam and steal and do things like that in order to survive. So it's easy to point the finger at motherfuckers, but if you don't know their situation, you know, there's so many factors. I'm not saying that it's right. You feel me? I'm not saying that that's the best way to live, but we can understand that shit, especially as black people in America. We can understand what it's like to have to motherfucking do what you can to get by. And sometimes it's not what we want to fucking do. You feel me? So if you're somebody in society who has worked your ass off to do everything you can to be a contribution to society without going down that lane, pat yourself on the fucking back, because it's not easy. It ain't easy nowhere in this world. You feel me? So, thank you, Spirit. Four of Pentacles popped out. All right, let's see what the tarot want to tell us. I don't even know my phone will die. Oh shit. What was that? Let me slow down a little bit. Okay, so we got the Hermit. The Emperor came out in reverse, but I don't really fuck with reversals like that right now, so we're gonna put it upright. And we got the King of Cups. So you want your big boss shit right now, period, star. Stop. Can you please, Spirit, can you clarify the Hermit, please? Five of Wands for the Hermit. So somebody got a problem with you being in hermit mode right now. You got the World for the Emperor. Thank you, Spirit. What about this King of Cups? The Wheel of motherfucking Fortune. The Magician on the bottom of the deck and the Four of Wands. What I say, we've been on that shit. So you just need to use your voice, because right now Spirit is saying like your magic is right here. Like you don't have to do no proving about who you are, what you can do. You don't have to prove it to yourself. You ain't gotta prove it to no motherfucking body around you. Either they get with the program or they don't motherfucking get with the program, but you know you moving with authenticity. You know you move with authenticity. So this bullshit right here is like, what y'all fighting for? I mean, what the fuck is the problem? Because I'm in hermit mode, like it's a problem because y'all see I said I wasn't gonna be fucking with y'all, and I'm really not fucking with y'all because y'all kept fucking with me, and I'm not fucking with y'all anymore. So what's up? For whoever that is, I'm not speaking personally. I'm just saying that's what the card's saying. Okay, so the Five of Wands. Let's see. I need to bookmark these. Their wands raised high. This girl gang is engaged in battle, ready to defend their position and fight one another. It could just be friendly competition or it could get ugly. But either way, it'll be exhausting. Competition is fierce and the obstacles are many. They fighting, but you like this though. They fighting, but you like this though. What did I say earlier? Have a discernment, knowing when to raise your voice, when to speak your mind, when the time is right for that shit. It's like you don't even have to do that because all this work that you've been putting in, like she's closing her laptop. She's been putting that work in. She's high up in the tower somewhere, hooded, working on motherfucking self, barefoot. You feel me? Like, got that style around her motherfucking waist, around her navel. You feel me? Above the womb. And she's just creating. You feel me? And meanwhile, motherfuckers is like, you out the way, but motherfuckers are still fighting. So let them fight, baby. Let them take each other out. And what's so crazy is you're not even thinking about this shit. You're working on yourself. And then we got the Emperor and the World card. And Case Happily Ever After just came on. Okay, so the Emperor. Boundaries and structure make us feel safe. The Emperor is full of authority and creates a world full of rules and laws. She is a comforting answer to the chaos of the natural world, but she is rigid and uncompromising on her stony throne. She requires logic and reason above all else, and she is unafraid to lead and take the reins to shape the world around her. Though she lords over a powerful and grand cityscape, the river of life has slowed to a trickle behind her. Protect yourself if you need to. Don't allow others to walk all over you. And don't be afraid to stand up. Take charge and force change. Logic and reason may be the best approach for a particular problem, and by creating some stability in your life, you may be able to release some anxiety. Don't lose touch with your compassion, though. Stubbornness and stoicism will not always be the best answer. So, the emperor is balanced in their power. You feel me? Like, I'm getting the sense of you've been displaying your patience, you've been displaying your intelligence, you've been displaying your ability to wait out the storms, you've been doing what the fuck you need to do on the back end to make sure that when you step out in front, motherfuckers feel you and they hear you and they know you coming from a good place. And if they don't, then it ain't for them. But you can step out with that confidence knowing that you've been putting that work in to make yourself the emperor at this point. You're not finna convince. You don't have to convince nobody that a dog is a dog. You look at that motherfucker and you can tell it's a dog. You ain't gotta convince nobody a cat is a cat. You look at the motherfucker and you know that a cat is a cat. You recognize the emperor. Whether you want to realize it or not, or you want to acknowledge it or not, you know the emperor when they step in the room. That could be male or feminine energy. Does not matter. The world is fucking yours. Like, and you be knowing that, but you just like everybody else, we have obstacles and we have things that may happen and make us feel like maybe not, but no, maybe so. So then we got the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Like, the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, you're full of love. Like, you're full of love, and that's what's gonna bring in this Wheel of Fortune. That's what's brought it in. It's already here. And anybody that didn't see it, they just can't come. That's just too bad, unless you say they can. But if I was you, I would say fuck them like they said fuck you. You feel me? Now if they didn't say that, then okay, come on along for the ride. But if it was fuck me, if it was ever fuck me, you gonna realize you fucked yourself. Point blank, period. King of Cups, they're calming and their cup is brimming with love and compassion. They draw strength from treating others with tenderness and kindness, and they're truly in touch with all their emotions. They're the kind of person who you feel perfectly at ease with because their presence is sincere and accepting. If this indicates a relationship, you're finally fully able to let down all of your walls and feel comfortable and loved by this person. If the king is you, you're doing a beautiful job as a friend, confident. So be proud. Confidant, I mean. So, yeah, like you already put the work in with these relationships. Anybody that's not in your lifestyle, I can fucking guarantee you, they have ample amount of opportunity to be there and to do the right thing and to take you into consideration. Because the whole time you knew you were the fucking emperor. And you didn't make them feel like that on purpose. You didn't boss up on them on purpose. You were just being yourself. And they couldn't take it. They couldn't take for you to be the emperor. No, you. No, hell no. It can't be you. You had enough. So we're going to strip you and make you feel like you never had enough until you figure out that you always had enough because you are enough. And you shrank yourself and you played the back because you learned early. Ain't no future in the front. You feel me? Ain't no future in the front. All the hip hop heads, you know what I'm talking about. Ain't no future in the front. Y'all can have the motherfucking front. If I got a front to be in the front, y'all can have that shit. I'll play the back. Because guess what? I got faith in the Most High. And I know the Most High is going to carry me through. And that shit is boring. Don't nobody want to always be in the front all the fucking time. No, I'm going to hold down the back. You feel me? Because I can be back here and I can make sure I got my eye on everything that's moving around, everything that's going on. I'm already on top of it because I'm in the back and I can see y'all. Y'all got y'all backs to me, but I'm facing y'all on some emperor shit. Because yeah, I got people who can do it for me. The fuck that I want to do it for myself. You feel me? Yeah. That's what we on. Why? Because we the motherfucking magician. And when it's 11/11, bitch. Let me tell you. On some real shit though. We all struggle and have things that go on in life, but you don't never let nobody tell you that you ain't worthy. Don't never let nobody tell you that you ain't worthy. I don't care what I'm going through. In the back of my mind, I always know. If it don't look right, if I ain't getting what I deserve, I know it. And I'm going to cut that shit short. Even when it comes to me and what I'm giving myself. So, keep it up, stars. Like on some real shit. Let's get an angel number. I've been on here for 30 minutes. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We're going to get an angel number. I was going to do an angelic light work card, but I'm gonna come back on here later and do that. I think it's like a little break. A little break, like I'm on here every day. It's okay though. Y'all ain't found me yet. My star's gonna find me though. I got faith. Like I low key I've been reading tarot for over 5 years. And I started kind of peeping some of the people that I be listening to, and I realized a lot of them started their channels 5 years ago, just like I did. But at the time, like, I was still learning. So I just always had this thing where I'm just so humble and I'm okay playing the back. And so it didn't even dawn on me to look into like when people started doing this shit. And I just automatically assumed that everybody was kind of like ahead of me. But on some real shit, I started around the same time as far as YouTube. It's a lot of the people that I actually connect with and I appreciate. So that gives me a lot of confidence to know that, I've been putting that work into it, whether I've been recording it or not. I've been doing this shit. And it's not just to be doing it, you feel me? Ain't nobody doing this shit just to be doing it. And if they are, they a motherfucking plum ass fools. As soon as I touched these motherfucking cards, my life changed. I started dealing with all kinds of things, but I also started realizing and seeing all kinds of things as well that I needed to see. Spirit, what angel number you want for us today? Angels, what y'all got? What y'all want us to know today? Maybe a final card, maybe two, with the stars. $33.44. Hold on, let me wait a minute. Let me just wait a minute here. You know what's so crazy? When you're recording a video and you start getting into it, you have to really remind yourself that you're really just talking to yourself. There ain't nobody. There ain't nobody in here. And I'm just like, it's cool. I like it. Let me calm down. Let me slow down. We're not in a rush. We've been waiting our whole life for this moment. The emperor don't have to fucking rush. The world is already at your feet. I love it when I see creators and women who are over the age of 40 and they're blossoming, and I'm like, yes. I'm almost at 40, a couple years away, and I've also fallen into that feeling of did I wait too long? Is it too late for me? You know what I'm saying? We know time is not real, but we have to constantly remind ourselves, like, we on God's timing. Maybe God wants you to slow down. Slow down. There's a benefit in being on the back of the motherfucking bus, observing. Nobody's ever too smart to get tripped up on whatever you got going on. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I know I'm smart as fuck. You know you smart as fuck. And it ain't about proving it to nobody but yourself. I was watching something. If you have never heard of Seven Bomar, I want y'all to go check him out. Seven Bomar. Seven Bomar. Bomar is the last name. I'm not sure how he spells seven. I think it's the traditional way with the E, two E's, but it might have a Y. I don't know. But Seven Bomar. Very intelligent man. Like, he's one of those people I just feel like I know him. Feel like I've never met him, but I feel like I know him. And you can feel how serious he is about the things that he's researched and that he's doing what he is doing to truly help humanity. And he was putting things in perspective as far as us looking at our identities and playing different roles. Like, we always think about being the lead actor, but what about the other roles, like behind the camera, the cameraman, the producer, the writer? You have to step into these roles. We have to step into these different roles so that we can correctly operate that leading actor. And life happens. It happens, but we forget that everything truly begins in the mind, and it's like planting a seed. What you put in your mind is not going to automatically happen immediately, but you can imagine it in the meantime until it comes into a tangible space, into your realm. Simple is not always easy. You know, people probably say these things about people who have intuitive gifts. Well, if you know everything, why can't you get yourself out of debt? If you know everything, why can't you find a significant other? Why don't they love you? If you know everything, why this? Why that? Bitch, because I don't motherfucking know everything. I'm human just like you. Maybe a little bit better. You feel me? You gotta dig yourself. Maybe a little bit better at, you know what I'm saying, deciphering some bullshit. But it's one thing to be looking at everybody else's bullshit and not really realizing your own. And so that's where I became to the point where I was tired and fed up with always observing everybody else's bullshit. I'm gonna keep observing, but at some point we have to be real about the bullshit that we are doing and that we are accepting. And so, myself included, you know, let me get out of the lead actor. I know I'm the motherfucking emperor, but sometimes I gotta be security. Sometimes I gotta be the pastor, the minister. Sometimes I gotta be the musician playing the music. Sometimes I gotta fucking mop the floors and take the trash out. Sometimes I have to go years on a lower pay grade so that I can have more peace of fucking mind. Sometimes I have to sacrifice how you look at me, how you think about me. You have to sacrifice who you are and how people are going to perceive you so that you can be comfortable in who you are. I'm going to wear my natural motherfucking hair, even though I got to deal with the furries. And I have to reach, so fucking what? You don't like that I got a headband on, or I don't have a hat on, baby? These are my antennas. I always use that as an example because as a little girl, I never was really wearing my natural hair. Well, not a little girl, but you know, that's one thing black women we do. We feel more confident and more at ease with a weave. And we've been lying to ourselves for years saying it's easier. Really? It's easier to pay money to get some fake hair it's easier to love how you look with somebody else's hair on your head or nobody's real hair on your head, just some fake ass fucking produced hair and made out of plastic and shit? Really? This is simple. Simple, but not always easy. Yes, it's a part of our culture as a black woman. We are versatile. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. Whatever we want to do, we can do that. But if it gets to the point where we're only doing that and it's not us, yeah, let's work on that. Bottom of the barrel shit. Like, that's simple, but not always easy. It takes courage. It takes hard work. It takes discipline to be yourself. And being yourself is not only relegated to the leader. Sometimes you just gotta play the bag and let motherfuckers think that they're making a fool out of you. But the whole time you already know, like, already know what you're gonna do. 41 on the timer. Alright, Spirit, can I get it one angel card, please? Angel numbers. So I'm greening because earlier I called 3344 on the timer. And I just got 333. So threes are significant in this reading. And we also got 2002. So 333 is divine timing, realistic and practical approach goals, divine timing, ambition, cooperation. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything in this place. You can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you will plant, you'll grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent, stars. Like I just said that. Plant those fucking seeds, baby. Nobody has to know the crazy bullshit out of this world shit that you're thinking about in your head that you want to manifest for yourself. Nobody has to fucking know. You about to lose your motherfucking shit, but you sit there for 19 seconds and tell yourself, Abraham Hicks, 19 seconds. Let me think about some shit that I want right now. Fuck it, I want to be in motherfucking Disney World or skating on ice and dressed up in a tutu and a princess dress like motherfucking Tiana the princess and Tiana Taylor all in motherfucking one, bitch. I want to do all of it. Nobody has to know. That's the magic. That's the magician in you. Let's focus on that. Because, what is her name? I wrote her name down, but it's another lady that I just came across who speaks very, very wise. And she was saying how, what's my train of thought? You know, we spend so much time, okay, say you're trying to manifest. You're telling somebody about manifestation. Like, I remember one time I was talking to this guy and I was telling him, meditation, like he was saying how stressed he was, and I was just telling him, because I was doing it, I was telling him like, just meditate, it will help. And then one day I was having a tough time and he was like, yeah, just meditate. And I was like, I knew he knew it, I knew he was saying it like sarcastically, but it was a reminder for me, like, damn, you're right, because I was not thinking about that at that moment. But it's like, you know, we spend so much time trying to rush our manifestations, and it's like she said, so many people come to me and they're like, okay, I've been thinking about this manifestation and it just hasn't happened. And she was like, how many times did you think about that manifestation versus how many times you thought about it not happening? You feel me? Like, you more than likely, we have a tendency to rationalize our wildest dreams, and there's no rationalizing it, especially if it's something that you haven't experienced yet. So trying to rationalize it is just going to demotivate you and, cause some insecurities. There's no point in that. You know, you say, I want $1,000,000 before I leave this earth so that I can give back to the community, and I could, start nonprofit organizations for children or for single mothers or for single fathers. And then immediately you're like, but how the fuck is that gonna happen? I don't know these, I don't know anybody, I don't have any money, I barely got $1 from my net. Like, correct that shit. 2002. Unconditional love. Don't we just love it? I just love it. My children truly show me what unconditional love is. Like, that's the reason why I can choose them over any fucking body, anything in this world. They show me such unconditional love. It's very hard to top that love. Like, they're the first ones that pop into my mind. I have not experienced that from a man. Do I think it's possible? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But holding on to the unconditional love that you get in any form will help you manifest in any form that you desire it. So patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, taking action, unconditional love. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. I just was telling y'all about Seven Bomar talking about the leading actor, you being the leading actor. This just said it's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. Okay, so step back from the acting role. Who's the motherfucker that do the little thing? They be like, action. That's who you need to motherfucking be right now. Motherfucking action. Whatever that look like for you. Action. Move on that shit. Okay? Shit, that's what we on. Slow and steady wins the race, baby. Nip told us that it's a marathon. You feel me? Alright, so I'm gonna get out of here. Yay, stars, I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Let me show something that I got. I'm not sure about this company. I'm gonna look it up, but I got a dream catcher, and I'm about to put it on my chair. Yeah. So the dream catcher's been here. Go ahead and daydream a little bit. Let's get the negative thoughts out. I don't know why I'm doing this. Spirit just said to show y'all this motherfucking beautiful dream catcher I got. And it wasn't even expensive. And it's blue. So blue is the color of the day. So don't be blue. Be blue like the ocean and the sky too. Be blue. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Looking at that would be green, okay? I love y'all, okay? Stars. Align. Motherfucking align. I'm just playing. Nah, for real. I love y'all. Nobody came in here, and that's okay. Come on back and visit me. Go look at some of my old videos. I'm so weird. Like, I take shit down, I put it back up, So you might have been here before and didn't see anything that you would like to watch, but you might be able to see it now. I kind of try to keep it a little exclusive. So right now, everything is available. So go back, watch some more readings. It's timeless. It's all for love, from a good space. Okay. I love y'all. Have a good rest of your day. I might be back on here. Probably will be back on here because it's time to put some shit in action. You know what I'm saying? Like, these messages been real sweet. You feel me? Because I'm real sweet. But that way.